friends, thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about acne and how to keep your skin nice and clear if you do suffer from any kind of blemishes. First off, I want to let you know that if you do have any blemishes on your skin, it does not define you, okay? You are beautiful. A little acne, here and there is not going to make you look less beautiful. You just go out there with confidence and you just rock your face, okay? So I want to tell you that from the beginning. So with acne, there's several different kinds. Okay, you've got the teenage acne where you have kind of the oily skin and you've got big kind of cystic blemishes, a lot of times here, sometimes it's, a lot of times it's hairline. And then you have the hormonal acne where you're getting it mostly on your chin. That's more the hormonal areas, sometimes a little bit up here as well. And then you have the occasional blemish that just kind of shows up every now and then for no reason. And then you have also the rosacea blemishes that aren't really blemishes, but they look like blemishes. So, and those are in a completely different category. They need to be treated completely different because it's not an actual blemish. It's something called a pustule. So we're gonna just kind of put the rosacea acne discussion aside, and we're gonna have another video that talks more about rosacea, but right now we're gonna just stick to the regular acne. And then the last acne type of acne is the back acne, and that is something we'll chat about and something that is really easily fixed. So first off, if you have any kind of regular blemishes, I'm not talking just that time of the month where you have a couple, but just regular blemishes where pretty much almost every day you have some kind of breakouts. If that is you always want to make sure that you're washing your face twice a day. So important. You need to keep those blemishes clean because really that's what a blemish is. It's a pore that is completely clogged. So by keeping those pores nice and clean, you are going to be really reducing the acne and how often you get it. So we definitely encourage, if you have regular acne, to use one of these two cleansers, either a deep pore cleanser, which is for combination to oily skin, or our oil control cleanser, which is for people with super oily skin, where I'm talking by noon you're really shiny. So these are the two cleansers that you would want to use, one or the other. So a couple of things. So before you go to bed, always want to wash your face. Always recommend putting your hair up in a ponytail, okay? Just getting it nice and high up like this so that when you sleep, you're not laying on your hair and getting the oil from your hair on your face. And then you also want to make sure that you're changing your pillowcase. And what I really recommend is just flipping it every night. So changing your pillowcase every other day, and the day that you're not changing it, just flip it over. And that's going to give you a really nice clean surface to lay on every single day, because when you're spending 8 hours or so, laying on your pillow, if it's dirty, it's going to get into your pores. So really, keep on top of that. Watch the laundry detergent that you use, because a lot of times all the, the fillers and the scents and everything in the laundry detergent can really irritate your skin. So definitely the pillowcase, put your hair up in a ponytail. In the morning, wash your face as well, because when we sleep at night, all of our internal waste comes out through our pores. That's what our skin does when it sleeps, it heals. So when all that stuff comes out through the pores, in the morning, your face is gonna be all gooky. And the more gooky your face is in the morning, the better, because that means all that internal waste from inside now came out, and now it's time to wash that away. So, treating acne consistency is so key, because you have to really stay on top of it, because as soon as you slack a little bit, you'll get those breakouts back. As far as the moisturizer, it's still super important to moisturize even if you have acne. Usually the moisturizer that most people like to use is our aloe vera jelly. And this is not going to necessarily give you a lot of moisture in your skin, but it's really going to help heal. So it's just going to help, soothe everything, soothe the inflammation, because usually with acne, it's, you've got a lot of inflammation going on. The other product that we have that is really phenomenal is our Clear Away. And this is an acne control blemish cream. So this is something that does have salicylic acid in it, okay, so it is super powerful, but usually salicylic acid products make your skin really dry. So a lot of people, when they use it, they have like real flake, a bunch of flakes around their acne. So with Labri, with our Clear Away, we use pine bark extract in this, along with the salicylic acid and lots of aloe, of course. And then the pine bark extract is just gonna give your skin the moisture so you don't have the peeling or the little flaking around your acne. So what we usually recommend is using this twice a day on top of your acne. Please know that we can help. So, a lot of people think that, oh, I have to go to a dermatologist, or I have to do what the doctor says. I'm telling you right now, we're not doctors obviously, but we are skincare specialists, and we have extensive training on different skin conditions. So if you just give us a chance, I can pretty much guarantee that we can help you with your acne. Now, if you do have any teenagers in your life, teenage acne can be a little trickier to work with because there's so much bacteria and so much bacteria on teenager skins, and there's so many things that are going on inside of them. You know, the different changes their body's going through, stress, you know, all that kind of stuff. So teenage acne is a little bit harder to work with, and I'm really honest with my customers when they first start. I always want to look at a picture of their skin, so they usually just send me a selfie of, you know, their child's skin up close, so that I can really determine if I think Labri is really going to help them. Because there are some situations where I really recommend that they may need to go to the dermatologist, because there are, you know, especially big cystic acne. I know I had cystic acne, and I would not wish that on anybody. And the problem with cystic acne is it can leave scarring, lifelong scarring. And I know I had so many facial scars before I started these products, and I really want to help all teenagers not have to worry about that later in life. So even if they do need to go to the dermatologist, and the dermatologist gives them some kind of topical, maybe an antibiotic, some cases the Accutane, which I know sounds scary, and it, you know, maybe something that if your child was recommended, you don't want to give it to them, and I get that, but I will tell you it's effective. And I was on it in college, and it did so much for my skin. It's a nasty, nasty drug, but it really does do the trick. And, you know, when you're talking about deep acne scars that your child will be living with forever, you really want to stay on top of it. And so don't wait until their acne is really, really bad before you get them started on something. And because of all the aloe that we have in Labri's products, you can use the aloe along with whatever the doctor prescribes 9 times out of 10. So just, you know, let the dermatologist know, hey, this is the cleanser I use. And then, you know, if they prescribe an antibiotic, that's fine. Just go ahead and take the antibiotic and use all of the Labri facial products to kind of keep the skin really healthy, so that it helps prevent the big cystic acne from scarring and all that kind of stuff. The next kind of acne I want to talk about is just the occasional acne. So with the occasional acne, you know, we all got it. I know I woke up with one on the side of my nose today. And one of the most effective things we have for that is our facial mask. So anybody who has got any kind of acne can take that, and they can take a little bit of the facial mask after their face is clean. At night, they just dab it on any blemishes they might have. They sleep with it overnight, and they wash it off in the morning. And that mask is so powerful. It works to just really fight the bacteria and really help heal that blemish really, really quickly. So sometimes all of a sudden you wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, it's like gone. It was huge yesterday. Another product that Labri has is a clay mask. And so back to the teenagers, for those who are a little bit more oily and blemished, our clay mask works really well as well to kind of, it's got clay in it, so it kind of attracts or absorbs all the moisture that is in your, or all the oils that are in your skin, and really helps clear things up too. So the last kind of acne I want to talk about is back acne, because that is super, super common, not only in teens, but in people of all ages. It's almost always, always, always caused by the hair runoff. So when you're washing your hair. So with whatever you're using to wash your body, and if you're experiencing back acne, you want to turn around, you want to look at the label and see if there's any sodium lauryl sulfate in it. Sodium lauryl sulfate is what gives things the bubbles. And a lot of us don't feel clean unless we have, you know, cleanse with bubbles. But sodium lauryl sulfate is such a toxic ingredient, and it is in just about everything, anything that gives you bubbles. So a lot of times back acne is caused by the ingredients that are in the body wash. So different artificial colors and scents, the sodium lauryl sulfate, so in both the body wash and also the shampoo and conditioner. Because again, all that's running off their hair onto their back. So by just making a little switch to different body care and hair care products, it's amazing how quickly that's going to go away. Just a quick story. My oldest, when he went to college a few years ago, it was his first semester, and I got him all set up with all of his Labri products and his little, holder, first child. You're like, oh, he needs all this stuff. But anyway, so I had body wash in there and the Labri shampoo. That's all he's ever used pretty much his whole life. So he had come home maybe about 3 or 4 weeks into college, and it was still really warm outside. So he had come home and, to visit, and he had taken his shirt off and his whole back was covered with acne. I just about fell over, because that's never happened to him. So I said to him, like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Is it the cheap food? Is it the cheap beer? Like, what's going on? And so then he admitted that he lost his body wash, and that he borrowed somebody's Axe. I probably shouldn't say the the kind, because I never like to bash any other products, and I'm not meaning to bash them, but it was he was using an Axe product, body wash and shampoo. And all of that made his whole back break out. It was like literally disgusting. So then I told him he had actually brought the Axe home with him. I took it, turned it around, and I dumped it in the sink, and I said, don't ever use anything except this LeBride body wash and LeBride shampoo again. And so next time he came back a few weeks later, his back was completely clear. So it's really kind of interesting how that all works. You know, our skin is the largest organ in our body, and really anything you put on your skin does get absorbed into your bloodstream and your organs. So it is really important to look at the ingredients and, you know if something's going on in your skin, there's usually an easy fix for it in most cases. If you've got acne on your chest or your back, if it's on the chest and the back, it's almost always something internal as well. So, you know, we all know what we should eat. We all know that we should drink a ton of water. We all know we should eat good foods and all that stuff. But in reality, that doesn't always happen. So something that is super important is to take a daily probiotic. And there's a lot of different probiotics out there, but that's something I highly recommend, not only for your health, but for your skin, because it's just going to really keep your gut nice and healthy. And most of our immune system is located in our gut. So many of our skin conditions is based on what's going on in our gut. So by keeping all those bacteria in our stomach nice and, you know, regular, and fighting all the other stuff that's going on, you know, in our body, it's going to clear up your skin and, you know, clear up so many things in your life. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share today. I hope you have a little bit better understanding of how acne works and how to get rid of it. And again, any questions, or if you know anybody who's suffering from acne, we would so love to help, because that is really our passion, helping others look and feel better about themselves. Because when you are suffering with acne, you know, look in the mirror and it can be a tiny little, tiny pimple, but we perceive it as like taken apart, like being this big. Okay, so we are here to help however we can. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm offering a free virtual consult to the first 10 people who reply me in the comment section. So go ahead and comment and we'll get you on the calendar.